Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President.
In a week already overflowing with political drama, one moment cut through the noise like a lightning bolt. Inside the Oval Office, President Donald Trump leaned towards New York's mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani and said a line no one expected. "We have to get Con Edison to start lowering the rates." Across from him, the self-described socialist didn't blink. "Absolutely," Mamdani replied. Trump pushed further. "The better he does, the happier I am. There's no difference in party." The two men, political opposites in every sense, walked out of the White House claiming the same mission: to make life cheaper for ordinary people.
Days ago, you referred to President Trump as a despot who betrayed the country. You said you'd be his worst nightmare and accused him of having a fascist agenda. Are you planning to retract any of these remarks in order to improve your relationship?
I think both President Trump and I, we are very clear about our positions and our views, and what I really appreciate about the President is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers. And frankly, that is something that could transform the lives of the 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty. And the meeting came back again and again to what it could look like to lift those New Yorkers out of struggle and start to deliver them a city that they could do more than just struggle to afford it, but actually start to live in it.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting. Maybe I think he'll change his mind after we get to working together. Yes, please.
But while that strange alliance stunned the country, another shockwave followed only hours later. Marjorie Taylor Green, once the loudest voice in the MAGA universe, announced she is quitting Congress. And she did not go quietly. "I refuse to be a battered wife," she declared, openly tying her break with Trump to the crushing cost of living, as well as the Jeffrey Epstein files.
During the longest shutdown in our nation's history, I raged against my own speaker and my own party for refusing to proactively work diligently to pass the plan to save Americans' health care and protect Americans from outrageous, overpriced, and unaffordable health insurance policies. The House should have been in session working every day to fix this disaster. But instead, America was force-fed disgusting political drama once again from both sides of the aisle on television every single day. Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for.
Earlier this month, she had told CNN, "Grocery prices remain high. Energy prices are high. Affordability is a problem." After years as Trump's fiercest defender, Greene is now accusing him of abandoning the very people who built the MAGA movement. And she wasn't talking in slogans. She was talking about bills, rent, groceries, and healthcare premiums. It created a bizarre cinematic symmetry. A Democratic socialist from Queens and a right-wing firebrand from rural Georgia are demanding the same thing: lower the cost of living. Different solutions, different worldviews, but the same cry from the voters they represent. Mamdani laid out his plan without hesitation. Freeze rents, make buses fast and free, deliver universal childcare, attack the cost of living crisis directly. Greene took a different route, torching her own party for failing to produce a healthcare plan as subsidies near expiration. She said Republicans were disgustingly unprepared and warned that millions of families were about to face exploding premiums. And then came the twist no one saw coming. Trump himself doubled down on affordability, while agreeing with Mamdani. "We want this city to do very well," he said. "Lower the bills, lower the rates." The irony that ties it all is the appearance of MTG on the Tucker Carlson show months ago. In one of the most startling moments, she praised Mamdani's debate points about not going on a trip if elected as the New York City mayor. She said, and I quote, "Well, he gave the right answer. He's talking to them on their level. They're still poor. They can't afford life." End quote. Left, right, MAGA, socialist. Suddenly, everyone is speaking the same language, the language of survival. Because when Americans say affordability, they're talking about the bills that hit every single month and never stop. And this week, in a political moment stranger than fiction, Zohran Mamdani and Marjorie Taylor Green proved one thing. The new battleground in America isn't ideology, it's the price of living. And Donald Trump now finds himself caught directly in the middle.